Hello, welcome. It's Jo Bendel here, and my next party guest is Joanna Turner. So Joanna is a leading business and success coach, advanced EFT and master NLP practitioner, and former chartered accountant. So she has coached many women all over the world to gain momentum in their business by helping them create a winning mindset, increase their income, gain confidence, and have the freedom to travel. So welcome, lovely lady. You have 3 minutes to share your tips with us. Will you be focusing on fun, fast, or on target today?
On target, my dear.
On target. Okay, over to you. Share your gems.
All right, so I picked procrastination to talk about today because it is the total arch nemesis of productivity, which you are so passionate about. So I totally believe that procrastination is not your fault. That is the good news. And the other good news is that anyone can stop being a procrastinator. So I used to be a chronic procrastinator. I was spending a lot of time on Facebook trying to pretend to be busy, house was spotless, laundry done. Unfortunately, I wasn't procrastinating in the gym, Jo. It's a really good place to procrastinate, but yeah, I wasn't also doing that. So it's not your fault. And procrastination, I always say, comes when we're using fear as our fuel. So when we have a deadline and then we let it stretch out, and then we've got this little window of time to actually get it done, this intense fear kicks in. We get into that hyper focused mode, which I'm sure some of you might have experienced before. But the amazing thing happens is you switch on, you get everything you could have done in the past 2 weeks done in about 20 minutes, and it's amazing. And hopefully you meet your goal. The problem is and I used to pride myself on being able to judge that little time slot almost to perfection. I'd get it done within 5 minutes and be like, check me out, I am the absolute bomb, right? The problem is when you're working for yourself, and you don't time that little window just right, you start missing your targets, missing your goals, and then you don't look quite so professional. But what happens for all of us lovely entrepreneurs is, and just generally as women, we don't want to accept that we're procrastinators. So in that 2 week span up to it, we're just wasting time, we're spinning our wheels, and then we've got this little gap of hyper focus. That then becomes addictive. Okay, and as that becomes more addictive, we get more and more resistance in the rest of the time to do anything. And our productivity in that space actually falls even more, which is even worse. So this hyper focus space becomes the only time we can ever get anything done at all, which is pretty scary when we have big audacious goals. Then what happens? We get into this vicious cycle. We start judging ourselves more. I'm lazy.
You've got 20 seconds.
Totally useless. Anyway, what the good thing is, as soon as you figure out what the fear is and what that thing is behind the thing that you've been putting off, then you can overcome the procrastination. So find the fear, neutralize it, and then you'll get much more flow.
Amazing. Thank you. So I really love that because, yeah, obviously I talk about fear a lot and why we procrastinate. But the thing that you really was really interesting that you mentioned was that it becomes addictive. That feeling of like that last minute thing becomes addictive, and then we work like that on all our projects, which is, again, it's not the place to be. Fascinating. Again, I think that I could talk to you for hours on this. So thank you for sharing your tips with us. If anybody would like to find out more about Joanna, I will link to her website. And just to say thanks so much for getting involved in the party.
It's been a pleasure. No pressure, right?